Scentsy broke 5 different sales records within the first hour. They sold $5.15 million in 1 hour. And Jack Skeleton, within 7 minutes in America, was put on back order. And anything ordered after that, basically, and I had to order one of those for my mom because she was at work in America. So I thank God I got there. And I ordered one off her website for her customer. And, but everybody else has to wait till after Christmas. So Darth Vader is going to be next level. And I'm telling you now, don't get pissy. Don't have a cow. Nothing is guaranteed on limited edition offers. I don't know if they're going to be doing the back ordered thing. I think it would be smart if they did. But again, if you listen to Heidi and Orville's end of month message, or the one from the first when they were talking about breaking records, you don't want to order so many that it sits. And we do want things selling out. We totally want things selling out. When things don't sell out, it looks bad. And the other thing is we look like liars when we say, well, supplies last, and they're lasting for a year. So they want things that will be, their goal is to sell things out in 4 days or less. That's the magic number. If anything goes past 4 days, it's dead. So you also want to create urgency in your business, because if people can just go, I'll get it later, I'll get it later. First of all, those people are annoying. Second of all, you need, like my customers know, you're going to pay extra shipping. You're going to order it from my website. Otherwise, it's not guaranteed. You can wait for me to place an order, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to place it in time for you to get it. And if you don't care, great. But if you really want it, you're going to have your butt on my PWS at the opening time, or you're going to tell me your credit card details, and we're going to go from there, and I will order it off my website for you. But yeah, I don't do work. I won't be doing workstation orders for Darth Vader. Not at all. Total PWS and extra shipping. Always. It's too hard, especially if as soon as it goes live, you have to order it, as opposed to going in and then adding it into people's orders and then going into the screen and then the closing it. Trust me. So yes, so pizza night is Thursday the 26th. Last Thursday when we got together last month on the Thursday, we decided Thursday nights would be a really good night to try for a little while instead of Saturdays. So we're changing things to Thursday nights once a month. And this was something, I didn't see any movies that I liked that would be fun and inspiring and girl powering. Sorry. I look for kind of those kind of movies. And so I thought, you know what, let's get together and it was really nice, but because I had an agenda kind of for that other meeting, we didn't really get to hang out and talk a lot. And so I wanted a place where we could hang out and talk and eat. But if you wanted to make, samples, or if you wanted to, I have it in there if you want to assemble things while we're talking and show, bring examples of how you do your samples. I think it's really nice for other people to see everybody's sample ideas and how they do everything. Because not one way is perfect. It has to fit you and your personality, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to get into people's hands. That's the important part. So, we are never going to make everybody happy. We had more people on Thursday than we've ever had at a team event ever. And most of those people semi-committed to yep, this works better. We will be doing other things on other days, but for right now, we're going to try this because Saturdays, people weren't coming. And I don't do these for me. I do these for you guys. So I take off a day of partying, because that's a work day for me, to spend with you guys. And if one person shows up or two persons shows up, that's okay. But that kind of wasn't the gist of getting together. It is about getting together and meeting each other instead of through this freaking screen and typing and all these kind of things. And it's encouraging your team. Even if you can't go, you should be encouraging your team members to go and be part of something. Because when people are part of something and they feel connected, they stick around and they want to be part of it. If people feel forgotten and left by the side of the road like roadkill, that's not okay, and that's not what we want in Scentsy. So remember to invite people and encourage people to come, and tag your favorite people that you see at these things. You know, there's certain people that tend to, the naughty ones always end up together all the time. Siobhan, I'm looking at you. So it's quite funny because next time we're going to separate them. Yes, we are. Just kidding. All right. So team pizza night, Thursday, 22nd. October, we're doing movie night. It's the movie night. It's the movie Hustlers. Again, all this is in the team events page. Team page in the events tab. Maybe I need to say that instead. October, yes, is the movie Hustlers. Yes, it's about strippers. And you all know I'm the biggest prude. I don't want nudity in movies and all that kind of stuff. I'm not that girl. But the lesson is the hustle. It is how you get creative and how you create a different thing and be the change that you want to see. And they learn to hustle Wall Street. And I think that is motivating. So that's why we're going to see it. November 28th is our 4th annual holiday sniff and shop. And for those of you, a lot of you kind of already know what it is, but a lot of you probably don't, because we've got a lot of new people since last year. Our holiday sniff and shop is a team event. The more people we have involved, the better. And the better it is for me, because I can delegate things and people can have certain responsibilities and not everybody has to do everything. So this is a situation where you invite all your customers, all your friends, all your family, everybody you know, to a location. And at this location, all the people that are participating from the team will be there, and everybody is responsible for bringing certain products. Angela does an amazing spreadsheet, and we break it up so not everybody is bringing all the warmers or all the diffusers or all the oils, or although the oils is easier, but all the everything. And this person will be, she'll divvy it up so everybody is bringing kind of the equal amount of products. And we try to have, I don't remember how many warmers we had last year. It went for, I think we had 4 banquet tables with warmers all the way down. All the body products, all the kids, all the products, as many products as we can bring, we bring. And that way your customers and your new team members, and if you're new on the team, you can come and check it out and take photos. But it's one of those things where people can see things, try things. I think we will have this year people standing at maybe certain locations, helping people and answer questions, because it got a little weird last year. We might have 2 people at a table, or 2 people at an area, or in a room maybe, because Kiri is a really dear friend of ours. Me and Earl's friend first and foremost. And if you saw the pictures, their house is incredible. And at Christmas, mind-blowing. And I said, "What do you want us to pay you for it?" And she's like, "Oh my God, it's so stupid to have a big, huge house if nobody's going to use it." And I'm like, "Is it?" So she is being really gracious. So I have an idea of how we can pay her. But we're probably going to take donations for the Kidney Society, but all those details will come in the team event. But mark off that night, and obviously we want earlier than the starting time and later than the end time, because it takes time to clean up. And as rules in life, you always want to leave a place the same or better than what you found it. So yes, we will be doing that as well, and we'll talk about who's bringing what food. I know I'm bringing taco dip by the truckload apparently, so I got it. Okay. But stay tuned. It is an amazing night. Every year it just gets better and better and better, and it gets better because more people come. We can't do bingo probably at this location like we did last year, although I think pretty much all those people came to play bingo. Like, they were serious about the bingo. So I don't think we're all going to fit in her backyard either. Unless I get a microphone and we have people in and out, and we just kind of, hopefully, we could do the string in the cup. I don't know. But otherwise, I was going to do raffle tickets, where everybody comes, gets a raffle ticket. So anyway, ideas, let me know. And then I would like to do a December team holiday get together, and I'm open to ideas. There is a movie coming out that's a kids movie, The Queen's Corgis. And I did have that written down, and people could bring their families. And you all know are laughing at me right now because I'm just like, oh, I really don't like kids. But I'm like, oh, could I do it for 2 hours? I don't know. But the other idea is that we actually, thanks, Mel. Thank you. Thank you. I feel loved. But the other idea is, what can we do? Because I'm not from, obviously, Christchurch. But if you guys can think of some fun things to do, I don't care if we go up on the gondolas or we go do, I don't know. I was thinking mini golf, or I'm not going bowling ever again here. But something where we can get together. I'm thinking of, last year we did ornament exchange. I'm thinking of doing a sock exchange this year. So, not during December, sister. It's working time unless we do it after Christmas cutoff. But I don't think that's going to work for everybody. Are you going to organize that, Mel? Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now. I hate planning things. I hate events. I hate following up people for money and confirming whether they're coming because they're like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Oh, I changed my mind. I am not that person. I'm a yes or no. And I don't care about why you can't. That's just me. Because really, it really doesn't matter why you can't. You just can't. And it's okay. And that's your thing. But I don't need to know. Are you trying to talk like your English there, Mel, is hilarious. New Brighton Beach. And do what? What should we do at New Brighton Beach, Glenda? I will be hopefully in Hawaii by that point, Mel. The beginning of January. Oh, there's a company that does scavenger hunts. Oh, really? Dorothy. I still like the idea of of the escape rooms, but I would need commitment and money early. And I'm not giving people money back because they require the money. Scavenger hunt company. Writing it down. Jesus, I'm running out of time. Scavenger hunt company. Ooh, I like that one too. That would actually be really fun, wouldn't it? I like that, Brooke. Thank you. They're really busy during... Okay. Escape room. Loving it. Loving it. Okay. If you have more, keep them coming. We have a little bit of time to plan. Okay. That was... I don't even know what the hell that is. A limo treasure hunt. What is that? I'll write it down, but I don't know what that is. Sue, limo, treasure hunt. Okay. I am going to swipe comments away for a second, or else I'm going to get completely off track, as I do. Because your director's like, la, 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 squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. So I'm going to swipe you away for a minute, but I'll come back. Loving the ideas. Keep them coming. All right. This month, we are focusing on team building. I don't like the word recruiting because I'm not in the military, even though I favor military boys. I think it's a mark that we're missing. And I think it's because people have a preconceived idea, either because of how they acted or what they're seeing or what they have contrived in their brain, or I'm not sure. But every day, if you haven't noticed already, because today was full day, first Tuesday of the month is pretty full on with recognition and everything. But every day there's going to be a video for you guys to watch about sponsoring, inviting people into the business, sharing the business, basically sharing and sponsoring. So I want you to seriously, there's one on Thursday, I think, by Allison Dalkey. That is really good. And it's about how to start sponsoring when you don't have any leads. So keep an eye out for that. But I basically every day I have a video automatically posting, and I will, when I get up in the morning, I will pop it as an announcement so it's always easy to find, and I will just keep them in the announcements. So in case you haven't went into the announcement section, all like important things are in the announcements, or things that I want you to easily access and have easy access to are in there. So have a look in there in case you miss a day or you have some time to sit down and watch one or two. Definitely make the time to do it, and do it with an open mind. That's what I'm asking for, is just an open mind. Now, I'm going to say some things during this training that everything is true that I'm saying. Everything is true. But some of it might not feel good to some people, but some of it might be like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. Okay, cool. Yes, I want to do that. I don't want to do this. I want to do that. So we'll see where we go. Here's the bottom line. You want to offer joining Scentsy to everybody. You don't want to prejudge. You don't want to assume. Legit everybody. If they order from you, if they're hostesses, they give you good service at the gas station, if you go to a restaurant and she was really friendly, oh my God, I always ask them, because good service is hard to find. And people that you love and you want the best for, you want with you. If I could make everybody I love join this company, I would. I always said I wanted that superhero thing where I could touch people and it would make them feel and see everything I've felt and seen since I've been in Scentsy, in like a flurry. And because I know they'd come on board. And when I hear people saying that their job sucks, or that this happened, or that happened, or they're getting bullied, or I just keep going, oh, why are you not doing this? When I see people in Scentsy and they go, I'm looking for a part-time job. And you're like, you freaking have a part-time job if you just do it. So I have those things, and that's my headspace. And that's because I've kind of always been this way. And that doesn't mean it's right. It means that I don't think, when people say I can't or you shouldn't, it makes me want to do it more. Let's just put it that way. I'm a little rebel that way. So the other thing is, if you don't offer it to somebody that you know or love, somebody else is going to offer it to them at some point. And they're going to make them believe in themselves when you didn't. Because a lot of times when somebody offers somebody the opportunity, that person takes it as, oh, she sees something in me. Oh, wow. Okay, well, she thinks I can really do this. Excuse me. But if you're just like, oh, no, she'll find me if she wants to. Doesn't really work that way. It's happened to me a couple times, and what it does is it puts them in a really weird place. Because I can say, oh my God, you totally have to join. We'd have so much fun. And they're just like, oh yeah. And then when I talked to them about Scentsy a little bit, they said, oh yeah, my friend does it. Oh crap. Okay. Well, shouldn't you join under your friend? And she's just like, yeah, she doesn't really do anything. Yeah, I don't want to be part of the mess. of that, and I've seen it happen over and over. And I used to really care about that, and now I think people need to join under people that fit where they want to go. It's not saying that their friend wouldn't, but if they already have that doubt and they're still picking me over their friend, it's kind of none of my business. There's history there. There's no history here. It's a clean thing. But also I want them to be 100% sure. So I do ask them, are you 100% sure? Because I don't want this coming back to bite you in the butt or me in the butt later. Does she want a team? And a lot of times they're like, well, she hasn't talked to me about it. And I'm like, so please offer it to everybody. Don't assume anything. So many people say they aren't ready to sponsor, especially if they're new. But I'm going to tell you right now, you should sponsor as soon as you freaking can. As soon as you join, just say, hey, somebody want to do this with me? It's way more fun to do it with a friend. You learn together. Even if you joined an hour ago, your person joins right now, you still know more. If you joined Scentsy after being a customer, you know more when you joined than I knew for about a year. I hadn't tried the product. I haven't smelled the product. I didn't even have the product. It took weeks for our kits to arrive back then, like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 weeks. It was insane. I had my first teamie within 8 hours of joining. I joined at 2:00 in the morning, 1:56 a.m. I joined in the launch day. I put an announcement that, woohoo, I joined this on, I don't know, I used some picture that I got somewhere. And I said, woohoo, I joined, I'm so excited, blah, blah, blah. And my neighbor happened to see it on Facebook and said, hey, that looks like fun. Can I join? Sure. She joined. We went to a call at 1:00. We had a web call and we learned the business together. And I think I had 2 more team members the next month. If you are having fun and people are seeing you have fun, people want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun. But if they're seeing you drudge and they're seeing you like Eeyore and they're seeing you bitch and moan and complain and vent and cuss and all that crap, cuss, I'm a cusser, but in a negative way on Facebook about your other stuff in your life, that turns people off. People don't want more drama, more crazy, and more chaos in their life. They also don't want more sadness, work, and meh in their life. They want something that makes them feel good. They want something that's making them escape. And if you're not feeling that yet, it usually means you're not engaged enough. You're not talking to your sponsor enough. You're not reaching out to me enough. You're not commenting enough on the page. You're not attending anything. All those things, they seem like little annoying things and they seem like no big deal. But I tell you what, remember when it was easy to make friends when you were little? You just go, hey, want my sucker? I'll have a sucker. I'll trade you. I don't know if that's how it went. I can't remember. I think I just grabbed people and said, come, be my friend. It's kind of how I dated too. And it was easy. As we get older, somehow everybody cares what everybody thinks about each other. Everybody is an introvert, including me. Nobody wants to leave their house. Everybody has anxiety. Everybody has kids. Husbands don't help. They feel like they're babies. Like, it's always the same story, pretty much. It's the same stuff. But if there's a hint of an escape or something just for them, a lot of people want to be part of something like that. And if you just made them smile and you complimented them and you gave them some stuff, easy. You have to talk to people, but you have to listen more. That's a big lesson for me, always. I also have to tell you that my kit took way over 15 days to receive and my sponsor sucked. Now, my sponsor as a person is an amazing person. She's a lovely person. I felt compelled to join under her because I had known who she was from high school in America. And I thought, oh, I'd be really pissed if somebody joined under somebody else if I knew them. So I reached out to her and said, do you want somebody on your team? And she's like, well, if you decide you. I said, no, I have decided. Do you want me on your team, or would you like me to go find somebody else? See, very black and white. And she said, oh, okay. I was the first person she had. Now, this might scare you, but please don't let it. I was the first person she had ever recruited, and she had been in Scentsy for 4 years. I had 6 people by like my 5th month, something like that. And she was blown away, and she felt so overwhelmed. And she did an amazing thing. She said, do you mind if I demote myself and have you roll up to Kimberly, which was our director at the time, because I am not prepared for you. I don't think I'm ready for a team. And I'm an extreme, for sure. It would probably scare you to have me on your team, to be honest, because I tell you exactly what I want, need, and whatever from you. And if you don't give it to me, I'll go higher, because I want to succeed, and nobody's going to stop me. Nobody. And that has always been my headspace. Nobody, I don't care what Earl said. I don't care what anybody said. I had my eye on the prize. I was going for it. And I went on YouTube, and I taught myself this business through YouTube videos. So do you need a good sponsor? No. Is it nice? Absolutely. I ended up clinging and finding on my climb for information. Because nothing was here yet. Australia had been open, I think, a year. So I needed information. So I had to wait for things, or I had to wait for somebody to wake up in America and then say, what's the answer to this? And that's how I came to Jacqueline, actually, because I climbed over Kimberly and went, oh my God, okay, you're not helping me either. So if you feel like you're not getting the coaching or the sponsoring help that you want, you have to have the balls to go, you know what? I'm going to Patty and say, look, this is what I've done. I've reached out this many times. I haven't had a response. I feel like I'm being ignored, and I really want to achieve this, and this. Can you help me? Absolutely. But if you don't tell somebody, we don't know. So now the other side of this is, if you are like Ashley, my person that originally sponsored me, what she did was brilliant. Now, she could have stayed the course with me and actually just reached up and said, look, she worked like 70 hours a week or something like that. She goes, I don't have time. Can you please? She could have asked for help to help me instead of demoting herself. And that's the other thing. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you have a teamie and you're feeling so overwhelmed, it's probably because you're putting expectations on yourself that don't need to be there. This business of sponsoring is basically like making friends, but with boundaries. And you don't have to be a slave to them 24/7. You just need to know what your line is in the sand. But you need to also remember that they chose you. There's a reason why I chose her. I felt loyal to her. And then she's giving it to this stranger, and I'm like, oh, whatever, okay, fine. So when people choose you to sign up under, it's a compliment. It's a huge compliment. And when you talk to them about joining you, it's a compliment for them. I don't offer it to people I don't like. Hello. I love my business, but not that much. Okay? You don't need to know everything. That's usually the number one. Oh, I'm not ready to sponsor. I'm not ready to sponsor yet. I don't know enough yet. You know plenty. and you know where to find the answer. And if you say, look, I looked here and here and here, I can't find the answer. What's the answer? I'll give you the answer. But if I know you didn't look, I'm still going to just tell you where to go find it, because you need to know so that you can tell your team members. Sponsoring isn't a big deal. Like, I just told you a story, and I'm probably, again, out of 1,000 people in a room, usually there's 2 of us like me. So we're very rare. And if you get one like me, I will help you. I promise. Crystal Broughton's the other one. Her and I always in the room are the 2 that are just like, yep, we came to kick ass. That's why we're here. Everybody else came because they love the products. So that basically gives you the idea of most people come in for the products. They love the products. We just were like, we want money. I actually just wanted the smelly stuff, to be honest, because I knew it was something that they needed in New Zealand, but I hadn't had it. It didn't come. I hadn't tried it. Just sounded good. And I had already done business before my kit arrived. So it kind of went backwards a little, I guess. If you love the product, so people who should build their teams and help people come into Scentsy are people that love the product, care about other people, want to work smarter, not harder. You want to make more money, but you don't want to do a lot more work. And you really want to share what you love. It's like talking about what's new on Netflix that you loved, or, oh my gosh, have you tried the new Whitaker's bar? It's the same thing, but you're putting so much extra focus into moods that you're freezing yourself from growth. So if you are those things, and pretty much almost every one of you is, you all have amazing hearts. You all care about each other. You can see I am so proud of Team Wonder Bar because of how everybody helps each other out and things like that. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. And I'm just seeing more and more and more of it. And I always had a vision for what my team should be and what I would stand for. You know, I delete things all the time because I'm like, nope, we don't do that in our page. You can do that in your page when you have a team page, but it's not going to happen in mine. So it's taken me a lot of work to get it to where it is. And, but it just gets better and better and better because you guys are amazing. And you guys are what make it could just be me and the crickets out here. It's not the same. It's because of you guys that our team page is amazing. And that is why when you invite someone, if someone goes, I'd like to do this, or you say to somebody, have you ever thought about doing this? And they go, yeah, I kind of had. You're like, well, what's stopping you? And you talk. That's it. It doesn't have to be so complicated. It really doesn't. Most of the time, that's exactly the conversation I have. Have you thought about doing this? Yeah, I actually have. Cool. Well, why haven't you? I don't. Then they'll tell you something, but that's not the real reason. The third thing they say is the reason. The first 2 are lies. They're trying to get you off course because they don't actually want to tell you the real reason. The first one will probably be about money. It's usually not the reason, because if their kid needed $169 for a surgery to live, they'd find it. The second one is, I don't know anybody. Go to their Facebook profile and go, yeah, you do. And usually the third one is like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Bingo. 99% of it is people. Even the people that say they just want to do it as a hobby, usually there are people that just seriously only want to just order it for themselves, which is cool. I know exactly who they are on my team. But there's some that say that because they have no belief in themselves, and there's more of those. So learn to get into people's hearts. Listen to them, care about them, not always to find the angle, but to actually just feel what they're feeling, because otherwise you're not addressing the exact issue. So it's like somebody coming up to me and saying, oh, you know, when you have a husband and some kids, blah, 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 I just shut you off. I don't care about that. You have to learn. It's when I always use this apartment as a, when I was looking for a place to live, people kept trying to sell me on how warm the house got and how much sunlight it had. Every house I went to go look at. Oh, this gets great sunlight, and this gets great sunlight, and this gets great sunlight. Did they even take, I'm going to swipe because I know somebody's laughing at me. Did they even take a moment to say, so what are you looking for? They didn't, because they would know I hate sunlight. I want a basement, a cave, something dark and cold. There is a little bit of sunshine that comes through that window, and it goes about that far, enough for the cat to sit in it, and it's plenty. That's all the sun I need. So that's just an example of, listen, ask people about themselves, go for a coffee, go meet them somewhere. I know a bunch of you on my team I probably met at CBK in Kaipoi when we talked about you joining, because that's just a hangout that I like to meet people at, and they know me there. And it maybe lasted an hour, and we talked about everything but Scentsy for the first 50 minutes. And then at the end, I was like, here's all the information. Do you have questions? And most of you didn't. Because we kind of had answered the, like, how much does it cost to stay active every so often? And what's the minimums? And that's usually the questions that I get. They're buying you. They're joining you. Yes, they're joining Scentsy. They already love Scentsy. We've established that based on their order history. They love Scentsy. Who doesn't love Scentsy? Do they love you? Do they trust you? Do they want to work with you? That's where it's legit like being a collector of friends. And if they don't, I just say, look, if it's not for you, that's cool. I still need customers. But hey, I think this is a really great idea for you, because I think the person I had in my head, her daughter loves Scentsy. I'm like, oh my God, she would totally help you with everything. So it's kind of, again, talking and communicating and listening, like a conversation. I thought the whole building your relationship crap was crap until I realized, oh my God, that's all we're doing. For the non-peopler in the room, which is me, who hates peopling, it's the business of peopling. I hate repeating myself, and yet all I do is repeat myself. It's really funny. It's all these things that come up as you grow as a leader. You're like, oh man. I don't mind, but it's just oh yeah, I guess I'm going to do that some more. Now, here's somebody who shouldn't build a team, okay? If you are any of these things, there's still a place for you here. There is still a community here for you. But if this is you and you identify with this, then it's probably not in your best interest to sponsor or in anybody else's interest until you maybe have a different kind of headspace, okay? So get ready, because if you are negative, narcissistic, don't really care about others, and could really care less about making someone's life better, then sponsoring probably isn't for you. And I don't mean to say that as a smartass. I mean to say that as, look, I have heard people say, I don't care about my team. I don't care what they're doing. I don't know. When have you talked to them last? I don't know. I don't talk to them. That's not really caring about people that have entrusted you to just notice them and say, hey. There isn't a lot of work that goes into team building, except for a little bit later. But even then it becomes more natural because you're doing it more often. So in the beginning, it feels really weird and kind of like, I don't know what to do. You'll get there, just like any job. When I say that, when you learn a new trade or you go to a new place, you have to learn the new systems. You have to learn how this works. You have to learn how the register works. You have to learn how it's the same kind of idea. It's just practice. It gets there. And we are here to help you. If you want to sponsor and you're just like, I'm kind of stuck. Can you do a 3-way call with me? Or can you do a Zoom call or a FaceTime with us? Or absolutely. Or a phone call. Sometimes I've been on speaker phones and I've been listening. And then I go and I just kind of go, I wait for them, and then I interject with things that can possibly help, and it's usually just a little bit deeper of a question. So I am there to help if you need help. If you are this person that knows within your soul that you don't have room anymore for any more people, you really could give a crap, you just want to sell your Scentsy and order your stuff and fuck off. If you're that person, cool. But I would recommend for now that you contact Scentsy and let them know that you'd like to be a non-sponsoring consultant, because a lot of times people accidentally just pick somebody off of the Scentsy.com consultant finder and join them, and then are really disappointed and then leave and said Scentsy didn't do anything and nobody ever contacted them and blah, blah, blah. So I can do so much from my end, but as their sponsor, obviously the first port of call would be through you. So if you change your mind later, you can also remove that from you, and then you can sponsor again. So that's more or less is just so people don't accidentally join under you and you're like, oh man, no, I got to take care of somebody. So just putting it out there. It happens. There are people that way. That's what Ashley did. That my sponsor. So, now, maybe you don't share this opportunity because you're greedy about your PRV goals. Okay. I get it. I understand it. As I told you, I gave Carol the PRV from the beginning of the month, and I didn't hesitate. I don't think about it. I actually forgot about it until I was like, good God, with the 3 parties scheduling, where the hell did my PRV go? And I went, oh, I had some. But I totally forgot about it. It's not even in my realm of thinking. I want her to be successful. I wanted her to earn her shooting star. I wanted her to become certified. I want to see her get as many goodies as she possibly can because she loves Scentsy. And the more goodies she gets, the less that she has to hopefully buy. Carol, that one's for you. She can save it for her cruises because she always likes to cruise, and she's going down another one. So, first thought, always ask them if they want to join. If they say no, then ask them if they want to host. And if they say no, ask them if they just want to place an order. Seriously, work that way with your business. It's a lot nicer. You can only do so much as one person. And you can only sell so much as one person. So having a team allows you to cover more space and achieve more together. And seeing your team do well is amazing. There's nothing like it. Like it. Always gift the PRV. Great customers make great consultants. Let's just take a moment with that one. Your top 5 customers, your top 5 spenders should be on your team. And obviously there's going to probably be one that goes, no, never. It's all right. I'll wear it down one day. But learn to flip your parties. Learn to gift your parties like what I did with Carol. It makes them feel good. It makes them already have points on the board. It is a really good feeling for them. And it's a really good feeling for you to have somebody that you helped. So, and anytime somebody wants to join, yes, because even with this incentive period, it's way easier to get PRV points in general than it is to get team building. Team building points are or non-PRV points as they're called for the incentive. PRV points you can work for if you want to. PRV is not that hard to get. It's really not if you put yourself out there. It's not hard at all. So if you do the work. Team building is a long game. So you welcome anybody who is interested. Did that. You want them, the other thing is when you flip a party and it's a host, it would be harder if that host had invited her friends and family and then you take the party, but then she joins and you want to talk to her about a shooting star kit. Well, all her friends and family probably just all bought at that party. So are they going to spend again, and are they going to spend as much? Or is that going to be going uphill and you're setting her up for disappointment and not hitting that goal? So that's the other part of that. I want her to have the best chance, or him to have the best chance at succeeding and hitting that shooting star as possible, because that matters. So they're going to be her customers anyway. It seems really unfair to keep them, even though they're like, no, it's your party. I'm like, no. They're your friends and your family and your customers. Take them. So I've always done that, and it's just the right thing to do. It's just the right thing to do. And if you're always thinking about what about me and what about my PRV, you're coming from the wrong place. It has nothing to do with you. The more you take yourself out of the equation and just work on sharing and making people smile and trying to build people up, the better you'll do in this business and the further you'll go. I'm pretty much, I would think, life, to be honest. Think of others and how your actions affect them. Please don't listen when they say, it's okay, you can have it. Sure, you can. And they can say, oh, it's okay. It's no big deal. It's all right. But they're saying that because they don't want confrontation and tell you, no, you said. And these are my friends. So again, I'd be the person that you'd have a problem with. So there are people that also say, when you get your order, oh, whenever you have time and you're swinging by. No, you get that product to them as fast as possible, unless you really, really, really know them. And if they have to wait even a little bit longer, you make sure you throw some stuff in. Like, I don't care if they say it's okay, it's no big deal. They are paying attention, but they're just telling you that because they don't want to confront you with the truth. Maybe you don't share because you feel like it's too much work. It's not really too much work. And what is it too much work compared to? Do they need a little bit of your attention for the first 30 days? Yeah, some will, but some totally won't. Some I will follow up with and they'll be like, oh, I already did that yesterday. And I'm like, okay. So there are sheets and there's tick things that we can give to you when you get a new recruit so that you know how to stay on top of it. Little things, and your sponsor will help you with your team member as well. So to train you on how to have a team member, because it does take just couple little things here and there, not a lot. Some will need effort, some won't, but cheering for someone, directing them to where to find the answers to their questions, and being their sponsor is an honor. They chose you. It's a compliment, a sign of trust when someone wants to join your team. They could join under anybody else, but they chose you. Connect with them over text, private message, and phone, and just be clear on when you'll reply, if not right away, because it's family time or it's date night or you're going away. But do within 24 hours, it would be great if you could reply. Nobody needs anything urgently, really, but 24 hours max, they should get a reply from you. It may seem silly, but some people actually just need a little direction, a positive reinforcement, and a atta-girl or an attaboy, and it only takes seconds to just make them feel seen and heard. To grow more money, grow as a person for the better, and truly give more than you take, sharing the benefits of joining Scentsy is the key. To earn trips, you have to share it all. Having fun, positive energy, and attitude is a huge help. Listening to people more than you talk so you know what's missing in their life and how Scentsy may help with that. What are some benefits of having your own Scentsy account versus staying a customer? This is something that I have talked to with people. I know I'm running a little bit late. Okay. Some of the benefits. I always tell people, look, you get 20 to 30% of the money back on all your own purchases. So they're saving money. You always get your product free and half price with host rewards. Again, saving the money. And they're going to get the pay from anybody else's orders as well. So they are part of something fun and positive. When you belong to something like team get-togethers, team page, etc., you start feeling more like a family and a team. But they will take their cues from you and your interaction. So as I said before, if you're not attending things and you're not engaging and you're not commenting, why would you want them to? That's being very hypocritical. They can do something for themselves. We have a lot of people in Scentsy that just do this for themselves, for something fun, to go out and meet other people, to have something that's just their own. They love their Scentsy. To earn a little extra me money so they can buy shoes, so that my grandma always said every woman needs secret money. To have time away from the kids and spend with adults, to meet new people. They can be themselves, be recognized, appreciated, and valued. They can be seen. If they choose to, and as their sponsor, you help them get engaged and feel connected and included. They can create a consistent pay without having any special training or degree. Enthusiasm and willingness to learn is all you really need. They can use their earnings to give back to charities and that are near and dear to their heart. There are several people that are superstar directors that have never taken their pay. They give all their pay to charity because they have a different job. What if that's something that would really tick somebody's boxes, but you're just all thinking of, oh, she wouldn't do that, and she doesn't have time, and she works full time, and oh, she does this. Busy people are the ones you want on your team. You want people that are so freaking busy, their head spins because they know more people, they do more things, they get out more places, and they are usually a little bit more organized. They don't feel organized, but they are organized because they have to know where they got to be all the time. They can earn money, but there's no limit. Shoot for the moon. Help them dream again. Do you know how many people don't know how to dream? It's sad. It's very sad. They all just think this big instead of this big. They can earn fabulous awards and free travel if they choose. They can be in the secret club of knowing all the Scentsy news before others. They can work, the nosy ones, the ones that want to know everything and they ask you things. So when is this happening? So when is this happening? Yeah, they should just join. Don't tell them all the time. That's part of you should join and then you'll know. They can work around family, health issues, schools, houses, hotels, hospitals. They choose, not somebody else. That's huge for me. There is 24/7 training everywhere. Seriously, if you want it and are hungry for it, you can find support in Scentsy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Every day, all day, you can find training. If you want to succeed, if you want more from this business, if you want to learn new skills, it's how I'm teaching myself new things all the time because there's things I really want to get better at. So I watch a lot of videos while doing different things. Even right before bed, I listen to audiobooks and things like that. So I am always putting in the positive things. If all you're hearing is negative crap all the time, that's what's going to come out of your mouth. So make sure you're always listening to positive things. Good music that makes you dance and shake what your mama gave you. Put it all in. Positive. They can start to believe in themselves and find worth in themselves. Scentsy is one of the best personal growth platforms you can be part of. And after all that, why wouldn't you want that for everyone you know? If you aren't feeling all of this, why? Why don't you feel this way about Scentsy? Have you reached out to your sponsor? Have you engaged in the team page? Are you attending things, team events, regional events, SFR, all those things? Are you commenting on posts? Are you sharing the positive things that you're doing in your Scentsy life? Are you welcoming new team members even when they aren't yours? Are you saying happy birthday to everybody when Tui does the birthday shout outs? Are you congratulating people who are getting shouted out and being recognized? Because let me tell you what, when it's your birthday, when you're being shouted out, when your new teamie comes in and it's your time, you will appreciate it from others. So give it as much as you want it received. That's what this business is all about. That is what life is all about. If you have someone interested and need help talking to them, just holler. We all want you to succeed. We're all here. You just have to holler. Leaders, you set the example. Engage, attend, and if you can't attend, still encourage your teamies to attend and let them know to just find me because I'll take care of them. They're not going to be alone. The other thing is people have forgotten to do this. Some people still do it and it's very smart. Any happy mail you get from Scentsy, any happy mail or recognition you get from Scentsy or from me, share that on your personal profile. People only get recognized for what they do wrong. So I'm almost done. So when you share your recognition, the reason why I shout you out on a public forum is because I want people to cheer for you and to see, even if they don't compliment, they're watching you, to see that there is positive appreciation, recognition for just doing things. Not even ginormous things, just things. Little baby steps. We want to recognize baby steps too, not just the gigantic ones, right? Share everything on your personal profile. It makes a huge difference to your team building. Huge, 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 huge. And the more consistent you are about it, the more they trust you to join your team. Just saying. Just saying. My challenge for you this month, obviously, is the 50-10 challenge. So 50 samples, 10 join packets. Anyone who gets at least one active team member this month will go into the draw for something cool from the USA Success Store that we can't get. So everyone needs to get one teamie. Everybody can get one teamie. We can totally do that. And I was on a director call today with Wendy. Good God, I just blanked on her last name. Blonde and full of energy. And from America. And she challenged us all to put our personal profile picture. Have a picture, obviously, of your face, not your kids, not your dog, and hopefully teeth showing. Teeth showing is a great way to get people engaged. I know it's weird, but it's true. People trust more people that show their teeth. It's proven. So, but have a picture of you and have join my team for $28 this month. Over the top, use Pic Collage or one of the other apps that you use to put print over your photo and use that as your profile photo. Change your profile photo to that. Make sure people know you're hiring and you're looking. And it's the busiest time of the year, for God's sakes. Okay, I'm just going to show you 3 things and then we're done. First, if you haven't seen this in the All Consultants page, the 100 No's, there's 2 different versions, but they're in the All Consultants page, the New Zealand, Australia All Consultant page. Samples, I use a Tupperware sandwich keeper for you, Zoe. And I have samples in there so they don't get smashed in my purse, but you could use whatever. But, because otherwise things get a little gnarly, so I tend to use one of these in my purse. When you give out samples, have them fill this out. Because then you have their contact details and you can follow up. How did you like that? Did you want the full size or the small size? That kind of thing. And the 10 join packets. I really want you to really focus on the 10 join packets. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is just a plain simple one I quick threw together when I was going somewhere. It has my business card. It has a sample. It has the join brochure on it and a product list. So that's why this is out, because I have to change it. But I put a Post-it note on the front in case I don't have this with me. I always have Post-its on things so that I can grab their details. Or I have them put them in my phone, whatever. Or write into Amy or Maven. We used to call it Maven, now it's called Amy. So that's an easy one. Everybody can do that. That one's easy, right? This is my normal one, and this is a little folder from Warehouse Stationery. Now, this is actually a hostess pack. If I want to make it a possibility pack, I just take out my hostess letter. And now it's a possibility pack because I give the same things out. I just make a bunch of these up and the rest is for me. So right before I'm going to give it to the person, I take this out and I give them this. And in this is a scent circle. And obviously you want your name on everything. So a scent circle is in here. You don't have to. It can be a sample. Don't go wigging out because of money. I put my business card in here. Of course, my business card. Make sure you have your face on your business card somewhere. It's harder to throw the business cards away when your face is on it. Seriously, think about it. And if you can put the magnets on the back, better yet. But I have recruiting information on the back of mine. The story brochure, I started out with a Word doc that I just put in all of my things. And then when I could afford it, I made pamphlets, and then I switched from pamphlets to rack cards. So these are called rack cards. So this is about my story and how to join Scentsy. Now there is a postcard in there, and I might actually use the back of that to write a note about why I gave her this, and that I think that they'd be great at that. A join brochure, of course. I'm still drowning in these. I have tons of Scentsy Go pamphlets, so everybody gets one of those. I just cross out whatever things we can't get anymore. A catalog, of course. There is Bring Back My Bar in this one, so I have my Bring Back My Bar sheet. I have 10 reasons to join, and I have a Scentsy product sheet. Of course, all stamped with my information. Everything has my information on it. And these I just get, at Warehouse Stationery. So you can order the folders from the Family Store or the Success Store, but they seem to be on and off, in and out. So I just run and grab those when I need them. But you can do something simpler too. So I just wanted to quickly show you those so that you don't say, I don't know what to put in it. And I don't mean to sound like that, but it keeps coming up in other groups too. So I've just answered it a lot. So now I have the video. But if you have questions, if you want help, if you want to go further, I'm creating something shortly, so stay tuned. But please reach out to people above you. Please reach out. If your sponsor's not doing it, reach above them. If they're not doing it, reach above them. Just keep going. If you want this, you can have it. And don't be afraid to share the love with other people who may want and deserve to have everything that Scentsy offers. So if you have any questions, I'm going to quickly zoom back. All right. Nope. Any questions? Any questions? It went a little long tonight, and I am so sorry, but new month, so much to go over. And Circle of Champions, I'm actually headed into your group next to tell you a bedtime story because it pertains to the Marco Polos from today. So keep the ideas coming about Christmas. And hey, if anybody wants to go and get costs, because that's probably the big factor, costs and availability and how much things cost is the big thing. Like how much people would have to pay per person. Do that and get back to me, because I hate doing that stuff. So I would love anybody else to do it, especially if that's your jam and you're good at it and you're quick at it. Like I have a friend that just looks for flights for me all the time because I'm like, I don't have the patience. She's good at it and she likes it. So do what you're good at and what you like, because you'll be great at, you're good at it. All right. Everything else is done. All right. I will upload this to YouTube and it'll take a while. And so you can share it with anybody that's not on Facebook, but please go out, share the opportunity with your best customers, your hosts, and your best friends, and anybody that you would want on your dream team. Please, please, please watch the videos that I post every day, or the tips that I post, and watch that video, especially on Friday, especially if you think you don't want to. All right. Bye. I love you guys. Thanks for holding in with me.